Hello, hello. We are going to be looking at histograms. What are histograms and some variation? Histograms really piggybacks off of what you've already seen with a column chart. And instead of the categories being a categorical variable or a qualitative variable the way they are for a column chart, like say a bass or a trout or a bluegill, now they are either numbers or numeric ranges. The category is no longer bass. The category is from 0 up to but not including 7, in this case ounces. From 7 up to but not including 14 ounces. From 14 ounces up to but not including 21 ounces. Those are the categories. And what goes on the y-axis is always going to be some version of a frequency. It's either going to be a frequency, a count, or it's going to be a relative frequency, so the percentage of total observations. I want to quickly just show you the 4 basic variations. Notice we're working here with a continuous data set or a continuous random variable. We measure weight, and no matter how precise we are about weight, we could always be more precise about weight, which is the key characteristic of a continuous data set or random variable. I'm going to just quickly bring up this other data set here. These are the 4 basic variations that you're going to see on the x-axis and the y-axis. First thing, they're all identical, right? They all look the same. The actual graph, the heights of the bars, etc. It's just the way that the data is presented to you on the x-axis and the way that the data is presented to you on the y-axis. We have a discrete variable in play here. We are counting the number of pets that homeowners have in their households. Here, we just see number of pets. So 0 pets, 1 pet, 2 pets, 3 pets, so on and so forth. And same here on the right side. The difference that I want to draw your attention to is we have frequency. So we're actually measuring count. We have 5 households that reported that they had 0 pets. We have, it looks like 9 households that reported that they had 1 pet, et cetera, et cetera. Whereas over on the right, we have a relative frequency. So we're showing, 25% of all the households reported that they had 0 pets, 45% of all the households reported that they had 1 pet, and so on and so forth. So we're not getting raw counts, as it were. We're getting the relative frequencies. Just so you know where we're going in the course, the relative frequency is going to be quite a bit more relevant. It's also very common that instead of just kind of saying number of pets, there's going to be something like just random variable X, or maybe you'll just see capital X or a capital Y or a capital Z. The random variable goes on the x-axis, and that is going to be hugely important as we move into the later part of the course. Here, we still are just kind of counting raw numbers, raw frequencies, but I will tell you, if you're working with random variables, what you're going to see quite a bit more often is like a relative frequency. So these are the variations you're going to see. One last point that I'm going to bring up is that when we're working with continuous ranges, we'll have numbers on the left and on the right, and it means like starting from here and up to but not including. But when we're dealing with discrete variables where it's going to only take on one value, it tends to be more common that we're going to place the discrete value directly below the column. And just very quickly, I will show you that alternative here. We're like from 0 up to but not including 7, from 7 up to but not including 14, and so on and so forth.